If you are tired of grinding badges offline, then be sure to hit up my boys over at Hero Grinders for the fastest, easiest, and most legit badge grinding service in the world. Top links in the description. Fun fact, only 7.8% of you guys are actually subscribed to this channel, so please, if you do enjoy the video, consider subscribing. It's completely free and you can unsubscribe at any point in time. Comment any questions or video ideas that you do want to see in the future, and enjoy the video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 builds in NBA 2K21 Next Gen in my opinion. So starting off with the very first build, this build is going to be a power forward build. Overall, power forwards just get the most badges and are overall just the best position by far. For the height, we're going to drop this down to 6'7" to maximize 3-point rating, ball handle, and speed acceleration. And then we're also going to drop the weight to just help us with speed and acceleration even more. And finally, we're going to max the wingspan out since we don't really lose very much, but we get insane defense. As usual on this screen, let's go ahead and get the obvious things out of the way right now. Boom, and just like that, all of the obvious things are out of the way. The first thing that I am going to go ahead and do is scroll up to defensive and rebounding and max out offensive rebound. There's actually no reason to max it out, so we can drop this down a little bit to an 86 and still have 24 defensive and rebounding badges. Next thing I'm going to do is bump up our pass accuracy so we can have exactly 22 playmaking badges. 22 playmaking badges is more than enough to do literally everything you want to be able to do in this game. And then additionally, we're also going to put up shooting so we can have 22 shooting badges as well. Having both shooting and playmaking at 22 badges is the best way to maximize your badges. And then with the rest of our attributes, we can go ahead, throw them all on post control. As you can see, we have 16 finishing badges, but if we drop our stamina to just an 89, we can get an entire badge. This, in my opinion, is absolutely insane, and this build is extremely good. In total, we have 85 badges, and you can literally do everything in this game. It's honestly insane. Moving on to the takeovers, in my opinion, with the first takeover, you have to go with Spot of Precision. This is just the best takeover in my opinion. And in general, I just tend to like running with Double Sharp takeover since I feel like I get takeover the fastest that way. And as you guys can see, I have built a scoring machine. I don't really know why it's not a two-way scoring machine considering the fact that I have 24 badges. But anyways, moving on to build number 2. Moving on to the second build of the video. Now this is going to be a center build. However, we're going to make him a power forward. This way you just get more attributes and more badges, and you're also faster, which I think is more important than anything else. For the body settings, we're going to drop this down to just 6'8". You can see how much this helps with the attributes, and pretty much everything you lose by dropping it to 6'8", you can gain back just by maxing out your wingspan. With the weight, we're going to drop this all the way down to minimum. In my opinion, you don't need a ton of strength. You just need enough strength to set good screens and get box outs. On this screen, as usual, we're going to get the obvious things out of the way right now. And boom, just like that, all of the obvious things are out of the way. The first thing that I am going to go ahead and do is actually bump up strength to just a 62. The reason why you need 62 strength is because you need gold brick wall. Without gold brick wall, you really can't set very good screens. And then another important badge that you absolutely need is gold clamps. So we're going to go ahead and put our perimeter defense to an 80. With that being said, we have 24 defensive and rebounding badges. However, if we also throw a couple of attributes on offensive rebound, we can have 28. Moving on to the finishing, what we're pretty much going to go ahead and do is bump our post control up so we can have exactly 22 finishing badges. You only need to bump this up 5 ratings to a 30 post control, which is absolutely worth it. Next, we're going to max out pass accuracy. As you can see, we have 27 playmaking badges, and we also don't lose that much overall. And then we can throw the rest of our ratings onto shooting. Something I am going to go ahead and do is drop our playmaking down to 26 playmaking badges and then get us 1 more shooting badge. In my opinion, this is well worth it. Having 1 shooting badge is more important than having 1 playmaking badge. As you can see, if we try to do this again, it doesn't work. In total, we have 87 badges, and we could probably get even more. But we upgraded perimeter defense so we can get gold clamps. And we also upgraded strength so that we can have a gold brick wall. If you are going to grind this build all the way to 99 overall, this might be one of the best builds in the game since you can kind of be a point forward since you'll unlock pro dribble moves. Next, moving on to the takeovers, we're gonna go with spotted precision as the first one, and since we are center, we're gonna go see the feature as the second one. As you can see, we have built a playmaking 3-level score, but we also have 28 defensive and rebounding badges. Moving on to build number 3. For the third and final build of the video, we're gonna go ahead and make a point guard. For the body shape, I recommend going to 6'3", since that's a pretty good height. If you try to go any higher, you might lose some 3-point or some speed acceleration. But what I am gonna go ahead and do is bump up our wingspan to 6'9". If we try to go any higher, we'll lose some 3-point rating, and if we go any lower, there's kind of no point. And then the next thing we're going to do is drop our weight down to 180. If you go any lower, there's no point. If you go any higher, you'll lose 95 speed and acceleration. On the screen, as usual, let's go ahead and get the obvious things out of the way right now. And boom, just like that, all of the obvious things are out of the way. The first thing that I am going to go ahead and do is bump up our blocks so that we can have 44 block and 11 defensive and rebounding badges. This is just so much more important, so you can at least kind of stop rim runs. And then we're going to scroll up to finishing and max out post control. The reason why I upgrade post control first is because that is the most badge efficient thing to upgrade. And then standing dunk is number 2. So we're going to go ahead and bump that up to 38 so we can have 8 finishing badges. Next, we're going to scroll down to shooting and put up our free throws to a 73 so we can have 24 shooting badges. And if we throw the rest of our ratings onto pass accuracy, we can have 19 playmaking badges. In my opinion, this is extremely good build. However, I've seen a lot of people saying that you can drop speed and acceleration to a 91. The logic behind this is because if you hit 99 overall and you have Gym Rat, then you can still have a 99 speed and acceleration. I don't really know if Gym Rat gives you the +4 this year, but a lot of people have been saying it is, and then some people have been saying it isn't. If you do want to drop your speed and acceleration, you can go ahead, throw this on pass accuracy, and get a 21st playmaking badge. It's up to you whether or not you want to do this, but personally, I think the whole point of a point guard build is to have max speed and acceleration. One thing that I know people are going to complain about is going to be not having perimeter defense. As you guys can see, if I drop down steal, block in both rebounding categories, and go ahead and slap all of these ratings on perimeter defense, we can only have an 82 perimeter defense and 0 defensive and rebounding badges. It's completely up to you. Do you want 0 defensive and rebounding badges but an 82 perimeter defense? Or do you want max steal, good block, and good rebounding and 11 defensive and rebounding badges? And then the other attribute that I already know people are going to complain about is not having driving layup. Let me go ahead and show you guys why. If you drop down standing dunk and post control, you can only have a 75 driving layup. A 5 attribute difference is not nearly enough for me to lose 6 finishing badges. Moving on to the takeovers, in my opinion, for this build, I'm going to go ahead and go with the double sharp takeover. And as you guys can see, I have built a scoring machine. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for the video. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe as it does help me out so much. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.